Todd and Julie Chrisley. Hearing date set for the Chrisley Knows Best Stars appeal. A hearing date has been scheduled for Todd and Julie Chrisley's appeal of their convictions for defrauding banks of more than $30 million and tax fraud. According to documents obtained by Fox 5, the United States Court of Appeals for the 11th Circuit has scheduled a hearing for the Chrisley Knows Best Performers case for Friday, April 19. The Chrisleys were sentenced to a combined 19 years in prison in 2022, and they have stayed there since surrendering to authorities in January 2023. The pair was also forced to serve 3 years of supervised release and pay over $17 million in restitution. Peter Tarantino, an accountant employed by the couple and found guilty of conspiracy to defraud the IRS and knowingly filing false tax returns, is appealing his 3-year jail term. Chrisley Knows Best stars convicted of bank fraud conspiracy. According to federal prosecutors, the pair engaged in a large-scale bank fraud scheme before concealing their wealth from tax authorities while living a luxury lifestyle. According to prosecutors, the Chrisleys presented phony documents to banks and obtained more than $30 million in illicit loans. When Todd Chrisley declared bankruptcy, they absolved themselves of any need to repay the loans. During their bankruptcy, they began their reality show and flaunted their wealth and lifestyle to the American public. Prosecutors stated, they then concealed the millions they earned from the show from the IRS. Prosecutors said that the Chrisleys submitted a phony document to a grand jury investigating their crimes, and then persuaded friends and family members to lie under oath during their trial. Neither has expressed regret, instead blaming others for their unlawful behavior. Prosecutors wrote, the Chrisleys have built an empire based on the lie that their wealth came from dedication and hard work, prosecutors stated in a court document before to their sentencing. The jury's unanimous verdict sets the record straight. Todd and Julie Chrisley are professional scammers who have built a life by moving from one fraud scheme to another, lying to banks, stiffing vendors, and avoiding taxes on every corner. The Chrisleys were convicted of bank fraud, tax evasion, and conspiracy to deceive the IRS. Julie Chrisley was also found guilty of wire fraud and obstruction of justice. Todd Chrisley was sentenced to 12 years in jail, while Julie Chrisley received 7 years. Both sentences have apparently been lowered by more than a year. Todd Chrisley speaks out about Florida's prison conditions. Todd Chrisley has spoken out since his incarceration about the conditions at FPC Pensacola, a minimal security prison in Florida, claiming that he is not being treated fairly by prison guards and is struggling with mildew and rodent infestations. Todd and Julie Chrisley's children, Savannah and Chase, previously claimed that their parents were kept in inhumane conditions. They don't have any air. There's no air conditioning. They are both in states where temperatures can reach 100 degrees or more. And there is no air conditioning, their son Chase claimed on his sister's podcast, Unlocked with Savannah Chrisley, in July 2023. The reality personality also said that the food provided to detainees was old and polluted. It's disgustingly filthy, Todd Chrisley observed. The food is literally, and I'm not exaggerating, dated. It's at least a year out of date. It is a year past its expiration date. They're basically starving these folks to death here. These males are getting, I am not sure if they are getting 1,000 calories per day. He stated that instead of consuming the meal given, he prepares food purchased from the jail commissary.